Welcome to Seattle Public Utilities Ask Evelyn Live, where we answer your questions about recycling, compost, garbage, and other trashy topics. I'm your host, Becca Fong. And this week, it is BYOB. That's right, people. It is Bring Your Own Bag. So we are talking all about the bag ban with Pat and a very special guest who's going to join us this week, Brent Kawamura, Sustainability Manager at PCC Community Markets. All right, let me get everybody logged in here. We are super excited that you guys get to join us and that Brent is able to join us as well. It is really great to have fantastic experts, as always, join our show.
Hey, right, Becca, how you doing?
I'm doing great. So we're getting Brent logged in, but why don't you go ahead and do your intro?
Excellent. So I'm Pat Kaufman. I'm the Commercial Recycling Program Manager at Seattle Public Utilities. Happy to be here. Ask Evelyn Live. I love this show.
Awesome. And hi, Brent. Why don't you introduce yourself to folks who are watching?
Thank you. Thanks for having me. My name is Brent, and I'm a Sustainability Manager at PCC, Community Markets. And I work on a number of really cool projects across our co-op, all aimed at achieving our 5-year sustainability goals, wastewater, energy, packaging, carbon emissions, you name it. So again, yeah, super excited to be here.
Hey, awesome. Good to see you, Brent. Thanks for coming out with us.
Likewise.
Yeah, we are super excited to have you join us. That is a lot of stuff that you are managing at PCC Markets. So we have you here because we're talking all about plastics this month. And bag ban rolled out in October. And so we thought, hey, this is the perfect opportunity to talk to somebody who is in the grocery industry. So we have gotten a lot of different questions about kind of what exactly the details are of the bag ban. And, you know, just figuring out what else, different grocery stores and restaurants are doing to reduce plastic waste and when it comes to food packaging. So really, let's kind of get into the details here. So Seattle, Pat, Seattle has had a bag ban on the books for a long time, right? Since 2012.
We did. Yeah. I mean, 2012, we kicked it off, right? I mean, even before that, if you want to go way back, we had a different version before that was voted out. But the point is that our bag ban went into effect in 2012. It was a 5-cent per bag fee. And now the statewide bag ban, which is the new requirements, is now an 8-cent per bag fee for the bags that are compliant and allowed through retail and grocery outlets across the state. So it was just Seattle. And there was like 30 other communities across the state that had bag bans as well. So they finally got it all organized, as they like to say. They harmonized the policy, and it's now across the entire state, and very similar to what some of the other states are doing as well.
Absolutely. And Brent, PCC has really been ahead as well, right? So plastic bags are not really something that you guys have carried in your store for a long time, but reducing single-use plastic waste is really the thrust of this bag ban, correct? Like, you guys work in the commercial space. So tell me a little bit more about not just the bag ban efforts to reduce that single-use plastic, but some of the other things that you guys are doing and seeing.
Yeah, sure. So the paper bags we phased out plastic bags from the front end, replaced those with paper bags back in 2007. So 15.
Wow. Okay.
2018, we pledged to eliminate all petroleum-based plastics from our deli packaging. So these are things that we prepare in our scratch made kitchen and we package. So our goal is to transition all of those to out of petroleum-based plastic with a priority for compostable items. So I have an example here. This is one of our most heavily used items in our deli. It's called a deli round. So they come in 8, 16, 32 ounce. And this replaces a petroleum-based plastic. It's made out of what's called polylactic acid, or PLA. It's compostable. We ensure that all of our compostable packaging can be processed in this area. We've also, our design team put together really robust communications on the package so people know exactly what it is, how to handle it, and how to dispose of it. So be sure to look out for this logo. If it's not on there, there will likely be an embossment on there. But we try to get this information across all of our compostable items, as well as on our own waste bins in the stores, so you can match symbol to symbol. So it's super easy for consumers who are shopping, eating at our stores.
Cool. I know, because Pat's always talking about the 3 things we take in our food and yard waste stream, right? We've got food waste, yard waste, and
approved compostable packaging.
There you go. So that label is fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, your guys' labels are great. I really appreciate it. It's so loud and proud. It says compostable right on there. It talks about, that it's accepted in commercial facilities. And there's so many brands out there and different generic packaging that also does a pretty good job of communicating that it's compostable.
Yes.
There's a few manufacturers out there that are still making product that is a little bit of a curveball for the consumer, and they can't really discern very easily whether it's a compostable item. And we like to tell folks and remind folks, when you're in doubt, do not put in your compost cart.
Right.
If you can look at like a PCC type container where it's obvious that it's fully compostable and well labeled and approved compostable packaging, then you're good to go. Yeah.
Totally. Circling back to kind of the bag ban aspect of things, I know it seems like a really simple thing, but even, myself working in this field, I struggle with this. It's like ways to make sure that you are bringing your reusable bags with you. So Pat, you've got a couple of props for us.
Well, I got a couple of the props for what is available. And of course, bags, this classic, they're often handled. They're not required to be handled, but a lot of this size of a bag is what you'll see in grocery stores offered at the 8-cent fee. If you get into the smaller paper bags, the stores don't technically have to charge for that under the state law. They can charge if they so choose to. There's nothing that requires a store give away bags anytime. They could charge any level they want, but they're required to charge at least 8 cents for the large paper bag. And the other bag that is compliant is some of these thick, really durable plastic bags. A few stores are using these. They're pretty expensive, but the store does have the opportunity to recoup that 8-cent fee, because the 8-cent fee stays with the store. It doesn't go to the state, doesn't go to an agency. It is for the stores to recoup the cost of providing these bags to the consumers. And what we really want, which is what you're headed towards, is we want folks to use the reusable bags. A canvas bag or some sort of cloth bag or some sort of reusable bag, one of those little stuff sacks you can keep in your purse. You were just talking about, different strategies people can kind of observe to make sure they have their bags with them.
Absolutely. And Brent, you guys have a lot of different things that you guys are kind of working towards as well, reducing more of the petroleum-based plastic in your stores. And then also, you guys have produce bags, you guys have reusable produce bags. You want to tell me a little bit more about those?
Yeah, so if you're ever at our stores, do check out our bulk department in the front end. We have a number of different reusable options you can purchase. Also really affordable reusable produce bags that I encourage you folks to bring out when you're shopping our produce department. And in fact, if you bring your own reusable bag as a appreciation for that, we donate 5 cents for every reusable bag that you bring in, which we then donate on your behalf to farmland conservation and food access program. I'd like to say you're feeding 2 birds with 1 stone. You're impacting in a positive way both our community and the environment. So we're super stoked when you bring in your reusable bags. Sometimes you forget. I'm guilty sometimes. So what I always say, just throw a big old stack in the back of your car so you'll never forget, and make sure you throw it in the bottom of your cart and hand it over to our courtesy clerks who can get you all set up and on your way out.
Awesome. I love that idea of you're working to reduce the impact on the environment and support the community. We like to say you've got it in the bag, right?
Nice. I like that. I really like the feeding 2 birds, at the same time.
Sure.
Nice play. I got that. I heard you. It's nice.
Awesome. So Brent, also I wanted, since we have you here, are there some other things that you wanted to tell folks out there about all the awesome stuff that you guys are doing at PCC?
Yeah, well, today is a super exciting day. We opened our downtown store.
Awesome.
On the corner of 4th and Union, right in the middle of downtown. So definitely go check it out. It's our 4th year to pursue what's called Living Building Challenge Pedal Certification. Oh. It's the world's most rigorous green building standard. So do check it out. Beautiful art piece carved by a local Native American artist named Andrea Wobersigo. It's an amazing piece in a beautiful store with incredible staff. So we're super excited to be in the downtown area. Hope to see you folks out there soon.
I'll check it out. I'm looking forward to it. That's great.
That sounds fantastic. I mean, congratulations. Opening a new store is a big lift. And it's just another way for folks to come and visit you guys and support the great work that you do. So that is fantastic. Thanks so much. Awesome. So folks, we're going to have a link about the bag ban so you guys can get all the nitty-gritty details, and also a link to locations to recycle some of those plastic film bags that you may still have on hand. 2 quick reminders. It is still the month of January, hard to believe. And we are doing composting holiday greens for free. So those of you who still have your tree up, no judgment. You can go ahead and put those out with your cart, up to 3 of them per collection day. So, or you can also take them to the transfer station if you want to buddy up with a neighbor and be like, hey, I got my tree on the car. You can take 2 neighbors' additional trees for a total of 3 trees to the transfer station for free. Just make sure all of your decorations, lights, ornaments, all of that stuff is off of there so they can go straight into the yard waste piles. So, and then one more quick thing to remind you guys of, never miss your collection day again and sign up for our Recycle It app. It is pretty sweet. You know, Pat, I know you get it and it gives you a notification, which is pretty awesome.
I need that reminder every week. Oh, it's you know, for me, it's Tuesday is collection day. So every Monday evening, I get the little prompt that shows up. Hey, it's and it tells me also which week is Recycle Week, which is kind of handy.
Absolutely. So you can look for that at seattle.gov/recycle it, and you can download the app. It's for Apple and Android phones as well. So, all right, Brett, thank you so much for joining us and sharing what's going on at PCC. And again, folks, we're going to have a link to it. Go and check out their new store. That is going to be awesome. And thank you guys so much for all the great stuff that you guys are doing. I mean, we can't wait to see what's next. You know, you guys are always looking at new stuff.
Thanks so much for having us.
All right. So, Pat, you got something
I didn't say bring your own bag. My last little thing, like keep your canvas bags, your reusable bags with you, and you know, one less bag.
One less bag, folks. All right, folks. And with that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And as a reminder that this show runs on your questions. Even today, where we didn't have a direct question, you guys have asked us about Bag Ban, and so we get to have our special guest with us today. So keep them coming. Send them to us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or you can send them to us at askevelyn@seattle.gov. And with that, have a great week, folks. I'm Becca Fong, and life's better with less stuff.
And I'm Pat Kaufman. Remember to recycle
everyone.
right. We'll see you next time.
All right. Take care, guys.
You too.
Bye.